The man kept going in and out of the convenience store. In just 3 weeks, 1,150 chocolate cups within a radius of 50 kilometers swept him away. Finally, he took away the aviation rights worth $800,000 from 3 airlines. The airline deducted all the contract terms and failed to find a way to prevent him from cashing in. What's more subversive is that part of the cost of this setup was finally bought by the US government for him, thinking that 25 cents of discounted chocolate. Why could a 300% premium break out? How did the man complete this legendary setup operation without violating the rules? In May 1999, the American Health Choice Food Company launched a feedback. Consumers bought 10 pieces of any product under the brand and sent the product barcode back to the brand if it is sent before the end of May. You can also enjoy double the mileage. Most consumers only use this activity as a means of promotion for merchants. But this man named Phillips saw the arbitrage space that can be landed, and a completely unanticipated rule, defective activity rule, only marked the products that can be participated in as any goods under the brand, neither limited to participate in the category nor set the number of single participation and the exchange limit. Phillips immediately calculated an account. As long as he found the product under the brand with the lowest unit price, he can use a very low investment to exchange for the air mileage with a very high market value. He ran all over the surrounding retail stores and compared the product prices one by one. Finally, he was in a discount retail store, found the ideal bid. This is a single cup of chocolate for clearance promotion, priced at only 25 cents. And each cup has an independent product barcode, which fully meets the participation requirements of the event. The total cost of 10 cups of chocolate is only $2.5, but it can be exchanged for 1,000 miles. At that time, the airline's official valuation of miles and miles was about $2 per unit. For a ticket to and from Europe, it usually takes 50,000 miles to exchange for normal cash tickets. The price is between $800 and $1,000. If Phillips' method is used, the cost of exchanging the same ticket is only $125. After confirming the feasibility of the plan, Phillips immediately started the purchase plan without any hesitation. He needs to collect as many chocolate cups as possible within 3 weeks. He drove all over all the discount stores. Within a radius of 50 kilometers, emptied the warehouse of one store after another. When encountering the situation that the store shelves were sold out, he directly contacted the store manager to book the whole box of goods in the warehouse in order to avoid large-scale purchases and cause unnecessary suspicion. Phillips lied that he was replenishing emergency food. In 3 weeks, Phillips purchased 1,250 cups of pudding, and the cardboard boxes containing pudding were piled up from the floor of his garage to the ceiling. However, the real problem has just emerged. The rules of the event clearly require that the physical barcodes of the products must be sent back to be considered effective participation. This means that Phillips needs to tear off all the barcodes from more than 10,000 cups of chocolate before the end of the month. The couple took their children together in the garage. Tear off the label, even if everyone's fingers have worn out blisters. The progress is still not up to the deadline requirements. When everyone was at a loss, Phillips came up with a brilliant solution, and it was this operation that allowed the US federal government to finally bear part of the cost of this procurement. Phillips took the initiative to contact a local relief organization and proposed to donate 12,000 cups of chocolate to the organization. The only requirement was that the organization needed to arrange personnel to tear off the barcode on the chocolate cup and return it to him before the end of the month. This relief organization had a large number of volunteers and always had a need for food supplies. The needs of the two sides were perfectly matched. A cooperation was soon reached. After Phillips delivered all the pudding, a few days later, 12,000 complete product barcodes were available. It was delivered to him. At the same time, this operation far more than solved the problem of manual and private barcodes. According to the tax laws of the United States at that time, donations of materials to officially registered charities can enjoy personal income tax deductions. The deduction amount is calculated according to the retail price of the materials. The official retail price of this batch of pudding is $0.89 per cup. Even if Phillips purchases at a clearance price of 25 cents, the tax department calculates the deduction amount, and the official retail price shall prevail. In the end, Phillips conservatively declared an $850 personal tax deduction, which is equivalent to the federal government. He borne the procurement cost of $850. He directly reduced the total investment from the original $340 to $2,325. Little did he know that what Phillips really touched this operation was not a simple one. The airlines food promotion activities, but the airline has never been publicly disclosed the core profit logic. In most consumers' cognition, the flight, the journey, is the airline's exclusive benefits to passengers. But in fact, the flight mileage is essentially the airline's autonomy, the exclusive currency issue. In the civil aviation industry, an open secret is that the airline's core profit source is never the sale of passenger flight tickets, but the sale of flight mileage. Every time consumers swipe the airline's joint credit card institutions have to pay 2 to 3 cents to the airline to redeem a unit of flight mileage. And the airline's cost of issuing a unit of mileage is almost zero. When users redeem their rights and interests, the airline's performance cost is less than 0.5 cents. The profit margin of this business is as high as 300% to 500%. A cup of 25 cents, the chocolate, exchanged for flight miles through promotional activities, is worth $8 in the airline system, and the premium range reaches 200%. The appearance of this rule omission is essentially because the activity plan is designed by the brand marketing department. The team only calculates the activity cost of regular products. It is completely not anticipated that there will be consumers who will find the brand and its compliance products with the lowest unit price. The promotion will be operated as arbitrage. Phillips will divide 12,050 barcodes into 2,506 envelopes. Each envelope contains 10 barcodes, corresponding to 1,000 units of flight miles. He will send all envelopes to the brand through registered mail. At the same time, he has completely retained all purchase receipts, logistics records, and purchase vouchers. He is very clear that the next step must be, faced with the repeated verification of the brand side, the parent company of the brand side, Conagra Group, quickly noticed the abnormal amount of exchange application. After the financial team completed the accounting, everyone was at a loss. For the total consumption of $3,140, the group needs to purchase the value of $25,000 from the airline to $37,500 of flight miles, and Phillips got 1.25 million flight miles in the airline's equity system to perform related, worth more than $800,000. The operation of the monthly return on investment reached an astonishing 25,000%. Conagra's legal team repeatedly checked every detail of the terms of the activity, trying to find a reason to refuse to deal with, but the activity rules clearly mark the participating products for the brand. Any of its products, neither the minimum participation price is set and the clearance goods are not excluded, let alone the number of single-person participation. And there is no upper limit for the submission of exchange applications. All Phillips operations strictly follow the rules of the event and want to temporarily modify the rules to refuse to deal with it. But the event has ended. At this time, it is a unilateral breach of contract. As long as Phillips files a lawsuit, the group will inevitably lose the lawsuit. After Phillips sent all the materials, he did not receive any feedback for several weeks, and there was no mileage in the airline account. He called the brand customer service number for consultation many times. The other party warned that the application was still in the review process. Friends around him thought he had been deceived by the brand and said that large enterprises always have a way to avoid such promotion promises. Even Phillips himself began to doubt whether it was missed or not. Hidden in the terms of the exchange limit, just 2 months after he submitted the exchange materials, a giant package delivered to his home. Opened the package, which neatly placed 2,506 air miles. Exchange certificate. Each certificate corresponds to 500 units of mileage. The total amount reached 1.253 million mileage. Conagra Group finally chose to perform according to the rules. Phillips finally got the return of this arbitrage, but the exchange certificate is only a paper voucher. Want to let the mileage really into the account, but also need to pass the airline's fraud system review. Phillips did a decentralized process in advance. 216,000 mileage were deposited 3 airlines' personal account. The rest of the 1.037 million mileage big head, then all deposited into the American Airlines personal account. After submitting the exchange application, the account has been showing processing. Could have the mileage that arrived in time. This time stopped for 3 hours. At this moment, at the American Airlines headquarters, 2,000 kilometers away, a data analyst has noticed this abnormal application. An ordinary user submitted the million-mile exchange certificate at one time, which directly triggered the risk warning of the system. The analyst checked all the relevant information one by one. The exchange certificate is all real and valid. The corresponding activity does not set the exchange limit. The user account does not have any fraud and violation records. All operation processes are in full compliance. Finally, he pressed the application approval button. When Phillips refreshed the account page again, the account info was finally updated. The account mileage balance was displayed as 1.037 million. At the same time, his account directly unlocked the lifetime gold card membership. The qualification is 2,225. He got lifetime priority boarding, free upgrades, the right to use the airport VIP hall, etc. A full set of airline elite rights and interests. After the relevant reports were released in August 1999, it immediately caused a sensation on the whole network. Many mainstream media around the world followed up and reported that Phillips was in a panic for a time, worried that the airline and Conagra Group would regret it. But in the end, nothing happened. Conagra Group only issued a brief statement, saying that the group had fulfilled the relevant commitments in accordance with the terms of the event. Because the incident has attracted worldwide attention, at this time, revoking the mileage to deal with it will only cause the brand to fall into a negative public opinion that does not believe in its words. So far, Phillips has completely no worries. Phillips' classic operation has also directly brought fire to the travel trap. Countless enthusiasts began to search around for new rules, omissions,